Big game. We got a big game. We got a huge game. Millions of people here. Billions of people here. We got 4 people here. We got 8 people here, actually. We got 8 people. 4 people team. 3K44. Team 1 ANS. Team 2 OSP. I'm sorry I'm a little late on this starter. I figured we'd be on the deployment screen for a little bit longer. We got in-house game. Another full Colosseum event. Full of the boys. We got Team 1 all on voice chat. Team 2 all on voice chat. Beef, Chaos, Internet Explorer, Mineros, all on voice chat. They're going to be working together. Forlorn Soul, Grenade, Dramus, Kerbal Sam, all on voice chat. They're going to be working together. We've seen a lot of strategic plays out of just kind of everybody involved in this, which is awesome. All right, we dropped down with the ANS. We're going to go through it. Internet Explorer, Frig Spam. Boom, boom. We got 2 E-War Reigns with a little bit of point defense on them and a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Reigns that are this. Just a bunch of Mark 62 cat. Cat's biting my booty, which is very unpleasant to have happen to you when you're not expecting it. Mineros, Rock of the Beam team. Got Sarissas, got Stonewalls, got Defender, and a big laser right in the middle. How many FPAs you rocking, Chief? You need to know. Oh, please tell me this is not 0 FPAs. It's 0 FPAs. My brother in Christ. He's got 1 ear egg. That's a problem. FPAs are real important. Help with fall off, they help increase its damage. They're just a big deal. Beef has triple voxels. Guns. He's also got blankets, defenders, rebounds, bullseyes. Bunch of utility. Sacked a little bit on the guns compartment. Okay, so it's not on the roof, it's on the nose. I wasn't sure which slot this was in. I thought it was up on the roof. Cool. Captain Chaos. Beam ship. VLS-1 on top. Interesting. We had a 250 on there last time. Or maybe it was grenade with 250. I don't remember. What's the VLS-1 slot? Active decoys. Lots of them. Interesting. Beams. Stonewalls. Also got a Sarissa. It's open with containers. And other missiles. Funny, I think you can actually metagame a little bit when we do these in-houses. You can be like, what does this player bring? What does this player bring? Because a lot of people have 1 or 2 fleets that they bring all the time. I don't think anybody other than me and Nisk use containers. So you could probably get away with just dumping the source of fleet. Although they could be very helpful against Forlorn Soul's missile dumping bulker. It's gonna depend. He's also got this 250 solo to back up. Grenade, rocket spam. Gonna blow everyone up really fast. At least that's what he wants to do. Dramus, bulkers, 450s? Yes. Double 450s. These could be very dangerous, especially on that beam battleship. If they can get this thing at range, oh boy, it'll be in a lot of trouble. PWR with Mark 1 on the nose, which is weird to see on a monitor. And a little gun scout. Kerbal Sam. T-30s. Oh, this is the build. This is the build. The top face enemy T-30s and 250s. Got plasma? Nope. Just T-30s and 250s. Oh, God. These are terrifying, by the way. These are very terrifying. Aha! Plasma's on the monitor. Nice. Just need a little bit of plasma. Got a little bit of rotisserie going, and 3 naked scouts for capping. Very interesting. Not spending any points on those. Those have got to be dirt cheap. This is like 80 points a ship right here. Which, if you can get it to cap A, that's great. The problem is this is kind of risky to, well, that. Also missiles. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think the OSP is going to be able to get that early cap lead. Oh, they do have a cap lead already. Actually, they got Bravo, they got Charlie, but they're not. They ain't getting Alpha, Chief. Oh no, not with this. I've been saying Chief a lot lately. I've been doing that the past like month. I don't know why. Kind of weird. Not usually in my repertoire. Gaf's gonna be able to cap this with his Sarissa offset. pretty safely, pretty soundly. These two ships are fighting PD screen. We'll go ahead and get the nice UI on. We got all the names. So much RPF. Ooh. The shuttle getting caught out as well. Not getting RPF'd yet, but I have a feeling it's about to. Once I realize it's a shuttle. Not a ship, just getting HE'd, looks like. Yeah. That connects. There's the RPF. That's gonna kill it real quick. Of course, he's gonna be able to see nothing, actually. He doesn't see anything. There we go. There's one frigate being seen. I don't know if it's jamming that's blocking that from seeing anything, or if this just has ass radar, or if it has no radar. Hello? Okay, it's got a bridge master. So yeah, just got crappy radar. And the cat sitting in her tree and staring at me very aggressively. It's kind of intimidating. There you are. I've been looking for you. Okay, so this is not really sure where it's going. What kind of drive do you have in here that you have a shuttle going 35? Just a stock? Well, I guess without flanking, it's gonna be doing that. Okay. So again, that's kind of slow, but that's fine. Internet Explorer on the flip side is going to be able to cap Alpha very easily. Folks walking around outside. It happens. And, you know, I could... Oh, it went dark. Why don't you close your window and have a nicer like, studio environment? It's really comfortable today outside, and it's almost never nice weather here where I live. So I've got my windows open, getting some fresh air in here. It's real nice. Real nice. Yeah, these are just unchallenged pretty much. I mean, this took some damage, but those 450s do not cut it against frigates. You really need a smaller caliber. And these are not properly rotated. You need to get these rotated, Chief. You need to be flying in top first.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Although I guess there is something to be said for using the main drive to get to where you're going faster, especially if these things have yard drives in them. Yeah, they have a fat yard. And his team kind of grouped up over here. They don't really want to mess around on the Charlie Echo side of the map. Halo, as I once called it. CE Combat Evolved. Thought it was pretty clever. I still think it's pretty clever. If we were here enough and I remember to do callouts, I'd keep that name. Yeah, 450's not doing amazing damage relative to the potential damage, but it is doing damage. That's, you know, that's going to be helpful, especially on the expensive one, the one with the E-War, and presumably the nice radar in it. Yeah, it's going to parallax with these heavy, I guess, in front lines, maybe parallaxes as well. Don't tell me you got away with no radar on these. Hold on, whiplash, driving on. Looking at CSC mag. Yeah, no radar. So if this thing goes down, the rest of these are kind of screwed. It's one of the other ones that has a radar in it. No, no radar in here either. Oh man, that is brave. That's highly optimized, but it's also extremely brave. Grenade just yeeting his ships into oblivion, not being patient at all with them. Keeps trying to engage one rocket shuttle versus the entire world. And, well, we see how well that goes. Not well, for those who are wondering. Those who can't tell. But this ship got killed, by the way. For people who are watching but don't have eyes. Don't even try to unpack that. It's complete nonsense. Beef's not here, so it's just me, and when it's just me, I get a little hanky. Get a little hanky, because I don't have my extra set of eyes and mouth to provide good information. I also don't have his experience and knowledge to rely on. Okay, he's getting rolled. the direction they need to be. Rolling a lot faster, getting a lot faster than I was ready for. Keep forgetting that these can roll really easily. Bulkers are great at rolling. It's the side to side. It's the fork? No. Pitch, yaw. Yeah, pitch and yaw that they have a problem with. The rotational is fine. Especially yaw. It has a little trap up here waiting to get sprung. But he needs to wait till the right time. If he goes down, he's gonna get beamed. I feel like Chaos is kind of ready for something to come up there. With how these turrets are angled. Nakey Scout captures Echo. Actually, this is the Gun Scout. Manages to cap Echo and might be making it out too. You need to flank speed this. Dog, you can't. I know it damages yourself, but it's totally worth it. Unless that is flank speed? No way. 35 flank the shuttle. Some missiles going off into the void. Aha! They were intended for this guy, who did take enough damage to down that beam. Real unfortunate, because that means even though he's got a restore, he's going to spin to restore one. And this is also going to be a very low health for the rest of the game. Going to make battle shorting quite tricky, quite tricky. OSP got a cap lead with that Echo cap. Looks like this voxel is going to burn down there as fast as possible and counter cap, which is good. These things are fast. Not as fast as you can get your voxel, but decent speed. Decent speed. He's outrunning this. He really shouldn't be. This thing should have been on flank to get it away faster. Very useful tool to use. By the way, use it when you got it. And I was trying so desperately to get these sneaky beam plays off, but he's getting spotted. This is definitely spotted. Although this isn't spotted anymore. Yeah, the EWR moved off. So the OSP team might not have noticed it. Something we've said before, well, I say we, Beef and I, said before is that shuttles and destroyers are each other's natural enemy. If the destroyer gets a beam on a shuttle, it's dead immediately. If a shuttle gets rockets on a beam, it's dead immediately. Which I really like. I think it's really cool that these two hard counter each other. Makes for some very tricky gameplay. I think the rocket shuttle has the advantage on the beam because it's more maneuverable, and the rockets can obviously move. They can angle. They have turrets, so you can get these weird angles on beam destroyers and keep them from being able to shoot at you. But the overall point still stands that they're each other's natural foe. It's a good thing there's no collision damage in this thing, because the whole port side of this would just be scraped to hell. Thank you. Vox was getting down there to counter cap Echo, but not before OSP's able to catch up and actually pass the ANS on score. 450 continues to get fired out. Clock. Pretty damning on destroyers. Destroyers are kind of the ultimate offensive hull because they take decent damage from pretty much everything. They struggle to survive. And but they dish it out, right? Like they really dish it out with the beams. It's so hard to live against everything. Ooh. I think this destroyer is going to kill this rocket, this shuttle, because the point defense angling is just good enough to shoot out all those. And the payload's not completely expended. It's halfway. It might be time to dump. Whoa! Another rocket shuttle coming in from the top, taking this thing out just like that. No restorers, beams out, CICs out, all that matters. See you later. Grenade coming in from the off angle. Getting the surprise. Very nice. Even surprised the caster. Good play. Good play. OSP still down on caps. They're just barely up on score. It's about to change, though. Carball Sam not really wanting to get in there. I really hope I didn't call him Carball Space Police, because that is a different player. They just both have Carball in their name, and it confuses my weird little brain. Can't handle it. Cannot handle it. Chaos is waiting, ready to delay his trap. I mean, all he's got to do is sit back here, man. He could probably push up and set up points here. But really, just being ready to laser someone is all it takes. Rockets come after this. It's not quite enough, yeah. RPF able to do some real good work on that. Especially RPF fired into a shuttle, because then as it launches its rockets get destroyed by the RPF. It's pretty brutal. Once you start getting RPF'd in a shuttle, you're kind of screwed. Especially a rocket shuttle. I mean, gun shuttles aren't going to be able to output the damage to keep up, but a rocket shuttle, you really can't do anything. Forlorn Souls sneaking over here. Gonna get some rockets down the field. Or, roll-off missiles. OSB is going to have to get something done, but I don't see any decent avenues of attack. I mean, Grenade could loop in here and grab Delta, but they don't know that it's clear. In fact, he already tried to do that. Oh, right. This is the ship from earlier. It was up top and got schwacked. Look at the voxel go. Look at it go! It's a neat little platform. It really is. I don't know what to say. Everyone's getting into position. It's like a lot of the past games, it's very positional, so it's kind of hard to commentate, or it's kind of hard to show you anything interesting. You just have to sort of attack the map and be like, okay, this is over here, this is over there. And it may be important later because of X, Y, and Z. And it's honestly too much for me. I don't think I'm that... I'm pretty strategically competent, but I don't think I'm strategically competent enough to deal with all of this happening at once. I don't know, maybe that's my skill that I need to develop as a caster. Naked Scout getting taken down. Just like this, in the zone of control, this Frig Blob exerts. From all this area down here, as we see with that Naked Scout, and all this area back up here. See, now the window, remember when I said earlier, these guys could come down here and cap Delta? That window has closed. They can no longer do that. When this team was over in here, it was feasible for them to get in here and get on back to point. But now that they're up in this area, they can just back up and control this so easily. Now, if they push forward, that window is going to open up again. Of course, I don't think... The OSP team doesn't know any of this, by the way. They haven't been able to see these ships much, hardly at all. All they really know is they're on the map and they're a menace. And from the OSP perspective, pushing into Delta is not the great choice. Not a great choice at all. Echo, on the other hand, could be a good play, but maybe not. Missile ship backing off. Realizes if those voxels hop over this, he's fucking dead. Voxel's also not wanting to be too aggressive because they don't need to be. They just need to hold what they got, and it's a W. You don't need all 5 points to win. I mean, sometimes you need all 5 points to win, but in general, you only need 3 points to win. Creep ahead, creep ahead, creep ahead, little by little. And, to quote a great mind, winning is winning. It's from the Commodore mindset. I highly recommend you read. It's a nice little basics of strategy and tactics and how they apply to Nebulous. We got some gunfire coming in here on these voxels. 450, but these voxels at this range are able to dodge MBD. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Blood pull the lamb. And oh man, pretty much keeps burning through these shells like he does. Could be dad. Especially the HE. He's gonna need the HE. Really gotta be shooting the AP at these things. First, since they haven't really been touched by anything. Yeah, man, you really do need AP to open up holes, even with 450s on voxels. They're dealing damage to those thrusters. Let me go there. Oh boy. These bulkers getting shredded. They're not quite candid the way they want to be. Aha, I see. They're shooting at what's underneath, but they're getting sandwiched by above and below. Extremely good play out of the ANS here. Able to dump so much fire into these bulkers. The 120s doing damage. The beam coming in now as well. Able to dip forward, though not getting to target very effectively. Yeah, that's not... Oh, those beams are, though. That's coming out of the battleship. This is a full... wholesale push, completely unnecessary but very powerful. In fact, simply by virtue of it being unexpected, it might gain more power. This plasma going into the frigates. This thing downed. That's the radar frigate, which is going to be a problem for these, perhaps. Although with having the battleship here, that's less of an issue, as well as the destroyer. Trying desperately to get out of sight, but you get out of sight of one team, you're gonna be getting into sight of another one. Voxel's using their bigger guns to try and deal with the monitor. Meanwhile, Grenade is taking this opportunity to fire some rockets off. Can I get... I don't think he got any hits. Nah, these are dodging. There are a few. Oh man, good damage up that middle block. People above me drilling into their floor. Why would you do that? Sorry if you can hear this.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
Very sorry if you can hear this, in fact. Kerbal Sam getting taken out. Damn, that was fast, too. That was real fast. Oh, boy, it's about to get faster. Battleship beam of the monitor recognizes that the plasma is really the only thing threatening it. The 450s can be trouble, will be trouble here before too long. Oh, but the plasma is where the damage comes in, especially when it combines with the 100 mil. Plasma killed off, though. Which means the 100 millimeter is never, ever, ever gonna get through this thing. Unless you dump... I don't know. I don't know how many 100 mil AP rounds you're gonna need to start punching through a Solomon. But it's not gonna be enough. Not faster than this thing can... do before it dies. I mean, all the guns are out. And it's getting killed real hard.
Secured zone dagger.
That was quite a push. OSP manages to get Delta and Alpha and all the hullabaloo. But the Voxels can recap Alpha. One could break off and take Delta pretty easily. And I think this lower team that's underneath Internet Explorer and the battleship can just push up onto Charlie, take it, and then skunk these 450s that are stuck back here. Firing at... Are they firing at... Yeah, they're firing at the battleship. Okay. For a second, I thought they were firing at the Frig Blob. Because the battleship emblem kind of blended into that, and I was like, I don't know about that one. Not when there's a battleship on the field. RPF going into a monitor. Quite common. Might even think it's the tug. since it's presumably they've figured out that that's where the AWR is. But they haven't necessarily gotten a good intel roll to tell them it's a monitor. Oh, I think they're reloading. No? Out of range. Yep. Chaos beaming forward in the beam. Nose towards enemy, drives full. Hard scope them. Ready to start lasering nerds, although those beams are getting taken out. And top beams are going to be going down here before too long. Bottom, however,
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
dumpstering this monitor. Well, not as much as I would have expected, actually. Take a look, how many FPAs did you bring, Mr. Beam Man? That's one. That might be it. Yeah, three. There we go. Two up top. 3 FPAs, 1 E-Rig. Oh, some rockets. Missing. Missiles, actually. Where'd you go now? Missing. Unfortunate. Not sure why they missed. In fact, quite surprised that they did miss. It seemed like they were pretty dang close. Might have just held them for a little too long. That can happen sometimes. That can happen a lot of times. They just plot the distance out too far. Although with these, it's probably direct firing, so now I really don't know. Oh, these are going to start getting through. I can't believe it. It's not bad angling. Well, I guess it is, obviously. You wouldn't think that would be bad angling, but yeah, he's not hitting them right on the flank. He's hitting them on this spot, which Stonewalls struggle, all the Stonewall mounts struggle to see. Just rotated a little bit to the right. But I think it's too late. These missiles could spell doom. The Deuce of Douglas. Okay, getting a little bit of an angle on the PD this time. Much better angle. Not good enough, though. More missiles get through. Ton of damage coming into Solomon. Meanwhile, OSP has managed to get back ahead on caps with Delta. Or maintain their cap lead, I should say. Nope, coming over here to try to recap this. Should be able to get that done here before too long. But the OSP is caught up. Both teams even on score. OSP going to be trading Delta for Charlie. Annis really needs to have one of these things break off and go after Bravo. Like really, really, really bad. I think they smell blood in the water. All the missile, there's so much over here. There's so much meat. There's this Bulker. There's the 450s. There's the EWR. There's the other EWR and Bloodhound. There's just so much in this side of the map to be killed. Military victories are hard to pull off, but they're not impossible, that's for sure. Look at this thing get torn to shreds by that beam. Still not that much damage. I guess it's just still at max range. Man, it's always disappointing to see a giant laser go into someone and for nothing to really happen. Things the brakes, kid. That's range, baby.
Enemy securing Zone Common.
Anna's capping Charlie. OSP gonna be capping. Oh, right. No. And OSP gonna be capping Echo soon. But I was thinking the Charlie and Delta capper teams were separate fleets. They're not. They're both separate teams, rather. Opposing teams. They're not. So Anna's going to be capping 2 points for the price of 0. Currently looks like that price is going to be increased to 1. Here very shortly. Yeah, especially with this being the only thing on defense over here. No, not good enough instead.
The enemy is securing Zone Eclipse.
Just gonna get a free cap on Echo. Nothing really over here to challenge it. Yeah, nothing at all over here to challenge it. The voxels could rotate back.
Zone Common. The enemy is securing Zone
It might be, yeah, that's exactly what this one's doing. Oh, right, they're fighting this Osolo, so they're halfway rotated back anyways. Round, continuing to pound the Solomon. Big gun, big bullets. So many rounds landing at this angle. This thing's gonna have to stay out of the way though, because I don't think it can back up much further. No, it's at the line. He might accidentally drift over the line.
Enemy secured zone eclipse.
But yeah, there are hard limits to how far away you can run. Whoa. IE got disconnected. That fucking sucks.
The enemy secured zone dagger.
Who got his ships? Captain Chaos got his ships. That's hopefully fine. Captain Chaos only has the one ship to worry about right now. Captain Chaos immediately starts firing on life pods. Like the madman murderer that he is. It's just too funny to me. These can continue to hunt down Forlorn Soul. Oh, the thing with getting a Freak Blob when you got a capital is you just have to mind a bunch of things. That's a bunch of things to worry about. A bunch of different sides of the map to keep an eye on. He's heading up towards Bravo, but I have a feeling it's going to get rocketed. Axis still has rockets. Both of these still have rockets. Probably roughly half. 61. 44. Yeah, together more or less half. A little over half total. Frigate's getting on the bulkers. Yeah, even with lands, you gotta have the HE or the AP to tear open slots. He's using HE, something I've started keeping an eye on. And even though you'd think it would be penetrating this paper-thin armor, the Hunchonies will. With the 30 centimeters of penetration, it's just not enough. Even with the good angling for the shooting team. This is flat. It's in the flank. You gotta have the AP, just a little bit of AP down the field before the HE can really start doing the damage. It's good to know. It's good to know. You need to know these things if you're gonna be shooting guns. And I know I talk about missiles all the time, but the gun players need some love too. It's a more common way to play, and they're also more important. You know, if you have all missile players on your team, you're kind of screwed. You really need guns to be your main line, your sustain, your core. Missiles are the spice. This thing, about all it's left is all it's got left are engines and a CIC. A basic CIC, no less. What the fuck? How is this alive through all of this? Probably got restored at some point. Had to have. There's no way. Especially with the reinforced being down as well up top. Anus? Maybe gonna be able to cap Bravo? Nah. One more rocket. Or 4. Clonk. Okay. Not gonna be able to cap Bravo. Still ahead on points though. Still ahead on caps. And that's real good for this stage of the game. Even able to recap Echo. It's a big deal. Big deal. Then you send that lead out and get it far enough that the OSP team just can't win. In fact, I think we're there, actually. Or will be there as soon as Echo gets finished capping. But we're at a point in the game where I think it's pretty safe to say if the ANS is going to take this one. It's cool. It's good to see a ANS victory. After all these ANS victories. Wait a second. That's right, ANS performing real good. I know that's anathema to say, given that the OSP is unimaginably broken and is super strong. Literally anybody should only ever play OSP. At least that's what certain people would have you believe. But things are going quite well. Oh my. Perfect. Started taking actual screenshots then, because I used to just I'll line it up and be like, oh, when I'm scrolling through the video, I'm sure I'll run into it, and I can never run into the art moments that I want. I'm just gonna start taking screenshots. There we go. OSP team realizing they're fucked. Dipping out. Good game. Real good game. I like that. It was neck and neck for a real long time, right up until the end. Although a quick scroll through the ship list tells us a different story. OSP lost most of their ships. ANS didn't lose hardly anything. So few ships got downed. Fox was doing a really good job. We're just sticking and holding on middle. Being a minute's being trouble. Internet Explorers, spam, fleet, doing good damage too. Deuce of Douglas doing almost 20k. A little bit better than last game. And able to zone out and terrify the OSP backline. Very powerful. Beams, not really doing that much. But being a menace on the lower side of the map and killing some backcappers, their damage on the assault was really important. Garble Sam over here with the 450s. Oh, no. Garble Sam brought the T30s. Right. These things got destroyed by the super push out of the ANS team. Dramus bringing the 450s. And he's doing a decent job. 70k. Not bad. Probably could have done more, but the positioning was a really weird game. Because there was basically no fighting. And then it went crazy and everything died. And the game ended. In like 5-10 minutes. Stupid fast. Warlord Soul not really able to get anything done with his missiles. Getting stonewalled pretty hard by the stonewalls. Same with the Ocello. And then grenade on cap duty. Really important. Was a little too aggressive with the shuttles, I think. Lost them a little too freely. But overall, you need someone doing that. Of that I have no doubt. Let's tip on Discord and listen.
They got wasted.
Yeah.
This fleet's very hit and miss. Like, I've gotten like 60,000 damage with this fleet, and then I've also done like 6,000, as you saw today.
Right. Well, you just got T30s on there. It's well, T30s and C53s.
God, you guys
Yeah.
had so many shuttles. You guys still had more. Where were the other 3 shuttles?
Defending Bravo were two of them.
Two were on Bravo and one was above D.
Yeah, one was just hanging around the back looking for an opportunity.
I was trying to bait those voxels into coming up to attack my shuttles because I kept just peeking it out, getting like locked, and then backing back up. And I was hoping that he'd pick the bait.
Nope. Beep was on vigilance. Vigilance mode. Now we gotta wait for dark.
No, I
So-
I don't. It's really hard to get me to bloodlust anymore. I'll just sit back. I'll be fine. You want to play hide and seek? I'll sit here for the point.
So I
Yeah,
have
I
the-
was trying. I wasn't like trying to get like. I was just trying to get you to like peek out or like come up, like send even one of them up, and then I'd
Oh, yeah?
missile it.
I know you did. I know you were. You're just a little bit closer. Come through the hole. No, no, no.
And it's kept peeking out, and then eventually you moved on, so I sent it down to Cat D.
Nice.
So Beef hitting on something extremely important there, and I think that's an important lesson that can be imparted to everyone. No matter how young or old, relatively speaking, you are in the experience wise of this game. Wow, that was a train wreck of a sentence. What the fuck? Who's in charge here? It's not bloodlusting and just playing the points is so powerful. It really is. That's how you win. That's how you win. You don't want to fall for traps. You don't want to get caught out. And that's the best way to avoid that. That's the best way to survive is be careful. Don't be passive. Don't cower, but be careful. Be mindful of what you do and where you go. And you'll win. It's super powerful. It's so powerful, dude. Highly recommend that to everyone. Be mindful of where you go and what you do. And hell, that's not even a nebulous lesson. That's a fucking life lesson right there. You pay attention to what's going on in your life, you will have a much better one than you otherwise would. We're getting way off topic here. Being solo for a few hours now has got me waxing poetic and philosophic, which is, I'm sure, something that no one wants to hear. Which is unfortunate. But anyways, if you enjoyed this sort of thing and you want to participate in it, got a Discord link in the description. That's where we're hanging out. That's where these voice comms are taking place. That's where this is going on. If you enjoyed it, but don't want to participate in that, that's fine too. Don't bother none. Glad you enjoyed. Glad you're here. Glad you stayed towards the end. Hope you had a good time. I certainly did. I will see you in the battle space.